Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. My name is Kim Chamberlain, and this is on behalf of the Facebook group Channeling Development and Spiritual Growth. And I have the great pleasure to be able to interview experienced channelers. And today we are very fortunate to have Chris Dearness with us. Welcome, Chris. Good to have you with us.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. So, tell us a bit about yourself. Who are you and what are you about?
Okay, well, I'm Chris. I've been channeling for a few years and been co-authoring a couple of books recently, which hopefully will be released soon. And I'm in a Power of Eight group, so we meet every week, and based on the Lynn McTaggart method, we do that together. Been doing that for a few years now. I'm also completed my level 3 Reiki, so I regularly practice that on myself. And I think that was a great introduction to the outside energies that we can all connect to. And also, I've done my level 3 Akashic Records course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's also another good way to get your channeling and feel the connections and the messages and all that sort of thing coming through. And yeah, I find that was quite a good starting point to just trust what was coming through. It was like a good, yeah. So that's probably about me.
That's me, yeah. Very interesting. Thank you for that. So, channeling. What kind of channeling do you do?
So I mainly do channel writing. Some of it I can do verbally, but I find that writing is a lot easier for me. So the main way I use it is if I'm having, like there's a situation that's confusing or you sort of need some answers. And quite often I'll use the channeling to answer questions that to just
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
answer on different things. So I usually just have my pen and paper ready and ask the question and then just write it, sort of free flowing writing. And also I use it for writing books. And so, yeah, I'm just in a group of amazing women at the moment, co-creating a book, which is going to be exciting. Can I say what it's called?
You can say what it's called, yes.
So it's called Channeled Soul Messages, Guidance for Thriving in the World Today. And hopefully it'll be coming out soon. So watch this space.
Yeah, Chris and I are part of a group of 7 people who've been channeling this book, and Chris's channelings are amazing. They're really high vibration, really high level channeling. So it's an excellent addition to the book. It's been wonderful reading through your channeled work.
Thank you. I think yours is
Yeah, yeah.
amazing as well. I think we're different, all on different sort of perspectives of things, which makes it really interesting to read it.
That's true. There's 7 of us, and we all do different kinds of channeling and are brought through different kinds of information. So it's a really nice way of approaching different topics from 7 different angles.
Mm.
So, how do you channel? Tell us the process that you go through.
Okay, so I would normally just find a quiet space when I know that I've sort of got time and not to be interrupted. And just maybe focusing on my breath, just coming inwards. I think listening to meditation can be a really good one, like sometimes a third eye meditation or something like that, just to help center and help connect is the main way that I do it. Sometimes I might hold a crystal in a hand or have some around me just to help with that connection as well. So I find writing a lot easier. It just seems to get the flow going for me,
Yeah.
whereas verbally, I think my mind takes over a little bit, whereas writing, I can just free flow it. And yeah, and I think by asking a question as well is probably what helps helps it come through for me. So that's sort of the easiest way that I do it. Yeah.
Do you know who you channel?
I don't really. It just seems to be, no, I don't. It's just more of a guidance. It's always feels like a really loving sort of energy
Nice.
comes through, like a real reassuring, comforting sort of energy. Yeah, and I think especially when you're asking questions, it's like a confirmation that there's help there if you need it. Like you're never alone. There's always, if you want to connect, that connection's always there.
Yeah. So if you've got an issue in life, would you channel a message for yourself?
Yes, so I would just go into my quiet space, just prepare, and then just write a question of whatever I'm wanting to know.
Mm.
And I'll just start writing. So if sometimes I feel that if I ask a question and sometimes your mind tries to get,
Yes. Yeah.
I'll just start writing, and so I'll just write my question. And then I find once I start writing, then the answer will follow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you identify with the answer?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally it's quite interesting, especially if it's like you find yourself in a lot of like karmic relationships and trying to understand what they're about. I
Yeah.
find quite a good way to find those answers about what is really going without your mind thinking it fits. Whereas if you connect, then you're getting the answer, like the true answer to what it is really about, which can
So
be.
do you know how you know that you're channeling rather than kind of making it up?
I guess because I'm writing, I'm not thinking. So
Mm.
I'll quite often just write it, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what I've written until I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not a thinking, write this down. It's more just and sometimes I'm just like this.
Comes out
And
so fast.
I
Yeah.
keep up because my hand's just going. But I don't know what I've written until I read it back. So that's sort of the way that I know that I'm not thinking about
It
it.
hasn't come from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you ever find that maybe in a few weeks, a few months, you read it again and you get something different from it?
To be honest, I probably don't go back to it.
You just get the answer and that's enough. Ah,
I'm just like,
oh,
oh,
that's really good. Yeah.
out. Yeah, so I've never really gone back, which would be quite interesting if I did get it out now and read it again, because some of
Yeah.
like over a year sort of thing. So it
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
interesting
You
to
keep
read
them
it.
all in the big notebook, do you?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Gosh, the energy of that notebook will be quite amazing.
Yeah, it would be. I haven't actually done it for a little while, but there was one stage there where I was regularly asking and getting answers, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And the more you do it, the easier it comes, doesn't it?
that's right. Yeah, it just seems to build that connection a lot more the
Yeah,
more
it does.
more
It does. So that leads into what advice would you give for others who are starting out with channeling?
The main advice I think would be to just trust yourself
Mm.
and to just give it a go and not to think too much about it. What I found when I was starting out doing readings for other people really helped because that's information that you don't know, you know,
Mm.
someone that you don't really know and they want a question and you're answering it. And then when it means something to them, then that's quite a good way to confirm that you are getting a channel.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
think that was quite a good way if you are trying to, if you're wanting to start. And just to have fun with it, really. That you can ask anything you want, and
You may or may not get an answer.
it's quite an open book, really. But yeah, just to give it a go and just have fun and maybe if you can do it with other people as well. Like I think our Facebook group was great when we
Mm.
would all come together and channel
Mm.
together, and that can sort of lift the meditation energy, and you could just feel the energy rising and the clearing almost. And the
So,
meditations as well. I think finding a good meditation that helps you connect
mm,
is quite helpful.
mm. There's no
Mm.
shortage of meditations around, so you'll probably find one that really, really suits you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. I think that's probably all. Yeah, I think just the more you practice, the easier it'll get, and
Yeah.
have have that confidence to give it a go.
Yeah. And you get to recognize the energy once you've, like you said, once you've moved out of that energy of doubt
Mm,
into the energy of trust, then you kind of get to recognize the energy of what channeling is. And like you said, if you're doing it, you were talking before about love, and when you're in those love vibrations, then that's when you know that you're channeling. If it's anything comes through that's not of love, then that's not really channeling. So
mm,
yes, doing it and having fun, but you know, not flippant, but
no,
having fun and enjoying it and
enjoy.
appreciate the seriousness of what we're doing. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a lovely feeling that you get when you do it. And I think once you start connecting with that, it's
Yeah.
quite contagious. Mm.
It is. It's lovely, isn't it? And you want to keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for that, Chris. And Chris is one of the admin for the Facebook group, Channeling Development and Spiritual Growth. And I'll put the link below if you want to join us. And thank you again, Chris. It's been great speaking to you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.